Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a game between Dragon Turbo and Frog Monarch. Now the Frog Monarch deck is mainly Monarchs and doesn't have the hero package.
It's time to
The Frog Monarch deck really needs to get into the dupe block as soon as possible, since the Dragon deck runs Kokimiru Drago, which prevents special summons of dark and light monsters, but a lot of the defensive stuff in Frog Monarchs is Battle Fader, Tragodia, and Gores. My opening hand is okay. I get a trade-in, draw 2, and I can use a card of Consonance here to get rid of Debris Dragon since it's a tuner as well, and draw another 2 cards here. It's looking great. I did open a couple spell cards, which is good for me, but I can't push without the Kokimiru Drago since I'll get whittled down by the Monarchs. Super Rejuvenation is the heart of this deck, allowing you to draw a bunch of cards from the end phase and essentially making the hand that you need to win the game. Magical Stone Excavation, I discard 2 cards and I add back a Super Rejuvenation, so I'll be able to draw 6 cards at the end of my turn. I'm just debating whether I set a Heavy Storm here since my opponent could open a Heavy Storm and then I'd need a Giant Grenade if they have a back row. But I decided to set anyways, be as greedy as possible. I draw 3 cards and the second one resolves and I draw 3 cards. It is a quick play and I did open or draw into more. So I'll be able to draw another 3 cards here during the end phase. And I play another one, drawing another 3 cards. You can see how this deck is quite powerful, and a lot of modern duelists enjoy this type of deck for the amount of drawing that you can do and the ability to one-shot your opponent, which is pretty awesome. Now, you're going to want the Kokimiru Drago in the graveyard so you can summon it with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and prevent the Gores and the Battle Fader or the Tragodia to come out. Now these cards in the Frog Monarch is what you're going to play with defensively. And you'll be able to whittle down the resources of your opponent with Monarchs. However, with this deck, you're literally just going for a one-shot here, so he really needs to try and have a dupe block. Without the dupe block, I will just be able to summon as much as I want and then attack for game. The dupe block actually has me going into synchros instead, so I'll need extra cards in my hand for a Bryanak, and then still be able to push for tons and tons of damage. I pass my turn. Play Substitute, priority effect, gets out a Swap Frog, probably, yep, and sends a Treeborn. With this kind of hand, since I drew so many, it might be beneficial to try and block with a Dupe Frog here, although it's clearly a worse play. Yeah, I take 1,000 to the face, a little Swap Frog beat down there, and returns it to the hand with the Swap Frog's effect. So this is looking excellent for me. I have a pretty strong hand. He has no back row. He has no dupe block. I'm going to Reckless Greed for an extra 2 cards. My hand is completely stacked. I have all of the cards in my hand. It's it. As long as I have the Kokimiru Drago, I'm ready to go. And I did discard that earlier. So pay 1,000 life points. Summon a Darkfire Dragon. It's a dragon, so we get to use it to summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This is not the errata version, so this is not once per turn. This is, or once while it's face up or whatever the new one says. This is just once per turn. You can use the effect, much like a Zombie Master or Illumina. Doesn't really matter what I summon here. I just went for something big just in case my opponent had some random card. Debris Dragon will pull back at Whitestone. I did make a mistake here. It should be in attack mode. However, I'm going to probably use Red Eyes Metal Darkness Dragon from my hand on that card, but it is important to note that it should be in attack mode since your opponent might be able to do something on the next turn. If you didn't one-shot them, you might get a clap back. It's not worth synchroing since he has no dupe block. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon will pull back a Kokimiru Drago, preventing the special summon of dark monsters, which is probably a lot of his hand.
I have Drag, but can't do anything with Kokimiru.
If you enjoy this kind of deck, give it a try yourself. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.